Hi, this is going to be a quick lesson about how to use what are called pseudo-classes. This is where you can take a link and you can change the colors and you can do some special effects. So let's take a look at this. First of all, you can see in my page I've got two links here. I say here's a link to a page I have visited, that's our tutorials page, and here's a link to a page I have not visited because this does not exist. Now, if you've ever visited a web page, you know that new links are usually blue, but visited links, ones that you have been to before, are purple. You can control those colors. So let's take a look at how you do that. Inside the style, you'll notice that I have the A for a link, and the color is green. Now that's going to be the natural color of a new link. That's one that has not been visited. Generally speaking, if I just do that, that generally does the same thing. But officially, a better way to do it would be to add the colon and then link. These are all called pseudo-classes. If you see a selector followed by a colon, that means it's one of these pseudo-classes. Okay, now if you want to set the color for a visited link, you would set that to be a colon visited. And then we have something called active. Now this is something that happens only when you click on the link. So in this case, I've set the background color to red. That means if I click on the links, as I click on them, they become red. And then we have something called hover. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you bring your cursor, or your mouse, some people call it, over a link? You don't click on it, you just bring the cursor over the link and the link changes color. Well, that's what this is. Hover will make a change to whatever it is that you've applied it to, and in this case I've made it orange. So using these settings, a new link should be green. That's one that I've never visited before. A link I've visited before should be black. When I click on either link, they should turn red, at least the background color, and when I hover over them, they should turn orange. So let's see how that works. So here I have that page right here, and you can see that here's a link that I visited. The one at the top, that's the tutorial page, so it's black. But here's a page that I have not visited. You can see that it's green. You'll notice that when I bring the cursor over both of them, they turn orange. That's the hover. And you'll notice that if I click on one, and I'm going to click, but then I'm not going to follow through, but if I click on it, that's the active. That means that when I click on it, it changes color. So if I click on this one, we'll go to the tutorials page, and then I'll go back. So this is a page I visited. You can see that the hover is working. Here's a page that I have not visited. Now if I click on this, I will find that there's no page to go to, but then I'll go back and I will reload, and here you can see now it's turned black because I did visit it. It does not exist, but still I clicked on the link. Therefore, the link turns black. Alright, so let me change this so that I have a new page that we have not visited. So I'll just call this new page. This is just an address that I've never gone to before. So now if I go back and reload, you'll see that this link is now back to green because I changed it to another page that I have not visited yet. Now notice that the hover works fine right here, but let me show you something. This is something you have to be careful about. Notice that hover is the last one on the list here. If I bring hover up to the top so that it comes before the other one, so now hover is first, then link, then visited and active, and then I save that, you'll notice that now the hover doesn't work. The hover has to be after the link and the visited, otherwise it will not work. Let me show you. I can take the hover and I can bring it after the green link but before the visited black link. So if I do this, then the green will turn orange when I hover over it, but the black will not. And so let me reload, and as I predict, this turns orange, but this one does not. So that at least is what's happening in Safari. I won't guarantee all browsers, but that's an effect that you might have to deal with. So generally speaking, it's best to put the hover last in your list if you're going to do the other ones as well, especially link and visited. And so that is how you customize the color of links. And that's it for this lesson.